All right, we're live.
Hey guys, I just want to say thanks for coming out to check out what we've got going on. I want to introduce the panel real quick to you. But first, I want to go ahead and explain what it is we're talking about tonight, just real quick. So I know everybody's out there getting messages and getting ads popping up. They're getting invites to this thing called ARP, also known as Auto Recruiting Platform. And you see commissions coming up. Everyone's going, what's the big deal with ARP? What is the big hype? So what's going on right now, guys, is there is a brand new platform coming out, auto recruiting platform. We are still recruiting founding members right now. It has not gone live, but when it does, it is going to be a game changer for so many people. And I want to explain to you, this is not another thing for you to promote. No one has invited you to this Hangout so that you can stop promoting what you're doing, or we're saying that what you're doing isn't as good as what we're doing. We are simply showing you a platform that is exactly what you need to plug into the current business you have right now to set yourself apart from the rest of the marketers marketing what you're marketing. This platform comes with high converting funnels. It comes with a complete SMS platform that you can, be getting your leads to open up your messages. You don't have to worry about these 10% open rates. You got 90 to 98% open rates on these messages you're sending out to people. To any company, Wake Up Now, Empower Network, Explosial, you name it. If you sell Mary Kay, we'll have a funnel for you if you get in when you can, like now, before we go live. And we'll get into that later. So anyway, this is not a new thing. This is just an awesome platform that you can plug into what you have. It's going to set you apart from every marketer out there and increase your sales. You can monetize on this baby because there's an awesome comp plan attached to it. So that being said, I want to go ahead and introduce some of the panel tonight. We've got Jared, we've got Eric, we've got the beautiful Kimmy, we've got Yuri on tonight, who is a dear friend of mine, and I also want to introduce our special guests, the traffic guys, Jared and Brendan, and I think they want to go ahead and tell you what they came here to tell you tonight. Okay, they're really into traffic. They know what they're doing, and then when they see a traffic plan that is awesome, they know it, and they're here to tell you what it is. Go ahead, guys.
Right on. Brendan, you want to start? You want me to start? How do you want to?
Yeah, thanks for the introduction. Yeah, we're going to go over some stuff. A lot of members and people looking at this have questions on traffic, what it is, what Jared and I have done over the past, years doing this stuff. And, we're going to kind of keep like a basic Q&A. If you guys have certain questions or certain topics you want to cover, we're going to cover them. So just, we're glad to be here. We want to provide some value and insight on what exactly we're offering.
Yeah, man. Absolutely. Yeah, so
He's muted.
sorry, can you guys hear me?
We can hear you now, Jared, yeah.
Yeah, now we can now.
Sorry about that. No worries. So yeah, so basically, we're going to talk to you guys a little bit about what we do with traffic, what this is all about. Biggest thing, Brendan and I have run traffic for a while. We've run for some of the biggest names in this industry and outside of this industry. We can't, we've got to stay within disclosure of who we work with and who we work with. But what's important is that we've gone 100% exclusive with ARP, meaning that anybody that comes into ARP, whether it's directly just promoting ARP or you're promoting Empower Network or Wake Up Now or whatever, we're not providing traffic for anybody else outside of this platform. That's a huge deal when you kind of hear what we're bringing to the table. So let's start it off, Brendan. Let's kind of run through the technicalities of why our relationships are solid, why our exclusivity, why the quality of our traffic is,
Yeah. Just since we're in the biz op niche, we'll keep it on the biz op niche. Most people, if they're buying traffic, they're buying, a solo ad. It can be 50 clicks, 100 clicks, 300 clicks, etc. Most people aren't buying raw media or raw data. So, say the average person who gets started in a biz op, they're gonna, Google a solo ad provider, and they're gonna, go to where their upline tells them, which is great. But these lists are just brokered, rented publisher lists that are being, used over and over without adding new data. Not that many info marketers in this industry go out and just do massive media buying across the panel. If it's display media, if it's 100-click email drop, stuff like that. So you have someone who comes into the business, that they can't buy from places like that because one, they don't have a budget. To buy 100,000 click solo, I mean, you got to come up with around $50,000 to $75,000. That's not duplicatable for the average affiliate. So but a top info marketer can spend $50,000 or $100,000 a month. There's some corporations, in banking that spend $200 million a month buying media and data across the board. So what we're doing here with Don is, with Don's reputation, we said, this offers exclusive to the marketplace. Why not bring our, traffic and our advertising, connections to the table, and we'll be able to scale this where we can put everyone's money in together. If there's 500 affiliates, 1,000 participating, and we can go buy big-time media across the board that, an independent affiliate can't do because they don't have the budget. A lot of these, places that are buying media have non-compete clauses, where if you're buying X amount of media a month, they will sign a non-compete clause to your competitors. So, you might not get a group of other people who want to run that same offer on that same network. There are non-competes. When you're spending, $50,000, $100,000 a month, these agencies are going to take care of you because you're a huge customer for them. You're also, it's all raw data, meaning it's not the best way to describe it. If you go buy a solo ad, how often is that solo ad provider adding to their list, cleaning their list? Are they adding it to the point to scale 30,000 clicks? Most solo ad providers struggle with, do 30,000 clicks. Because they don't have the connections. When you're buying media, you're spending $200,000 a month. There's really not too much you can't do. So, it creates exclusivity, it creates non-compete clauses, and it gives even the little guy, a new affiliate that comes on board, to be able to play with the big dogs because they're participating in co-ops. And like you said, Jared and I decided to run all the traffic for Dom because his reputation, and we've put other stuff on the side. We've done top info marketers in the survival niche, health niche, the biz op niche, a lot of different stuff. So we had this opportunity. We said, you know what, let's bring our resources to the table. Let's give a lot back to this community because something right here, no one has a platform like ARP. This is groundbreaking for any niche. Like you said, you heard I don't know if it's Kimberly or someone mentioned that email open rates around 10%. Well, you send a text message, you're easily 90%. So think about when you put an exclusive offer to text messaging. It's a no-brainer. You're going to scale up so quickly and sponsor so many reps in your business if it's Empower, Wake Up Now, ARP, Amway, I mean, whatever. It's just a tool for internet marketers, network marketers to expand their business.
So Brendan, I just want to clarify a few things. Are we list brokers?
No, we're not list brokers, no.
Right? Okay.
There's no money
are we using rented traffic? Are we running traffic that's seen the same offer, 3 times in that week?
No, if you're running offer A to say a database of 300,000 people, how many times can you run that same offer until it gets stale and dries out? Now, if you're doing list publishing, you don't know how quick a list publisher is adding to the list. When you're buying media from firms, networks, agencies, they're adding to their database 500,000 subscribers per month, a million subscribers a month. So it now becomes very scalable to start spending 50, 100, 200, and then when you're spending $300,000, $500,000, you're owning the marketplace because now they will allow you to sign a non-compete. So now no one can come into that agency and run that ad. So now you're creating a monopoly. That's all you're doing.
Right on. So yeah, one of the other things I want to talk about too is a lot of people. There's a big misconception between cell phones and emails. A lot of people will say, well, email, you got to have email, it opts in better, and that's true. Email will always get a higher opt-in rate all day long, but the quality of email, we all know it's going down. Most people throw everything to spam. How many times do you guys delete emails from everybody and anybody a day. I delete personally at least, not that much, but probably 20 to 50 emails a day. The power, one cell phone, really get this and really wrap your head around this, because if you guys are new to this and you're not familiar with it, that ARP is an SMS platform, meaning it's based on text messages. When you opt in with your cell phone. Now we're able to communicate with you via text through your cell phone. One cell phone is easily worth 100 emails all day long. You can now monetize. So if you're bringing people in, you're building a list of cell phones, and let's say you're promoting Empower Network, and
For some reason we can't hear you, Jared. Yeah, Jared's trying to say something. We can't hear what he's saying. He must be having some technical difficulties.
Jared he's got the mute button on.
Give us a second, guys. We're trying
Brendan,
to
do you
figure
know
out
where? Brent,
Yeah, I mean,
Brendan, do you know where he was at? Do you want to fill him in?
on that. Look at it this way. If you're collecting email, say emails on a capture page, if you're good, you'll get 20+%. So if you get 100 clicks to your site, you're going to opt in at 20. Now, it's not as pre-qualified on the front end because obviously it's an email. Now, I get building a database, a list, but at the end of the day, you want buyers. I will take a 15% opt-in rate on a cell phone because I know the person opting in is going to be much more qualified and much more serious because people don't give their number out because they don't want to be harassed. So if someone puts their cell phone in, and I'm say I'm getting 30 of those a day, and I have a system that's selling in an application process, you realize that you have a license to print money at that point because it's so qualified. If you understand sales, I know Jared, you were in sales, having that application process and that psychological factor is a game changer. I will take less, opt-ins if my, on the back end I'm closing at 22%. Now it's good to have a huge list. I agree with that, but what's the point of having 50,000 people on a list if you're getting 8-10% open rates and you're not closing as high? That's pointless. You want a lot of data, but it wants to be clean or quality data. I'd rather have a list of 1,000 people that I know are serious enough to opt in to what I have to offer, and then I can build rapport with them so much more personal. If I send you a text, create an email, you get 1 billion emails a day. They go in your spam, you delete it. If I send you a text, you're much more prone to look at my text and communicate, and you think you have a relationship with me that's much more different. It's more personal. So I think that's what Jared was talking about. I don't know, is he still muted, guys, Jared? I think he still is muted, but yeah, that's what you guys,
I think he's trying to get back on as of right now.
What I want a lot of, affiliates, people looking at this is building a cell phone list is so beneficial in the long run. You're having people who are, verifying, I can't stress this enough, yes, I will give you my cell phone to see what you have to offer. And then when you put the application process in there, it's very, very strong because, for how many apps you're getting filled out, you're going to close. Right now, I think we're closed at 24% app to sale. That's unheard of. I mean, with email,
Yep.
You get 100 email opt-ins. Most people don't close at 1%. If you can do paid traffic, cold traffic, and get a 1% buy rate, you're ahead of the curve. Most people aren't even getting 1%. What if you can do cold traffic, get a lower opt-in rate on the front end, but they're more qualified now, and you're letting the system do the work? If you're getting 30 opt-ins a day, you're going to get 4 or 5 apps filled out. From there, now you're not operating in the dark. Certain metrics. All right, if I get 5 apps a day, I'm making 1 to 2 sales a day. How can I scale this and For traffic, most people don't understand it and can't scale. The top marketers out there know their metrics to a T. If it's, if you're selling a survival product, a health, an MLM, they know, all right, how many leads I get, how many apps, how many sales, what am I spending, how am I monetizing that lead down the road. If it's OTOs, if it's, one-time offers, if it's different products, you can just start growing, and now you know your lifetime value of that customer. And a cell phone is so much more valuable, because how many people really change a cell phone compared to an email? Everyone has 10 emails. Most people have 1 to 2 cell phones, and there's so much. If I send you guys a text, chances are you at least look at it much more if I send you an email and you know who I am. It's much more personalized. So that's why having this system with, out there that most people, I'll tell you right now, 99.9% of the people can't buy it, won't buy it, and really just can't afford it and don't know the right people. I know it sounds like kind of like a cliche, but most people are buying rented publisher lists that have been destroyed offer after offer. Because buying media in itself that's a whole process that's not duplicatable. That's why most marketers, ad agencies have top media buyers who understand metrics, media, all that stuff. So if we're offering that with an exclusive offer, it's going to put you guys in the best chance to have cash flow than just saying, take a capture page with email and just, run traffic to it. Yeah, that's a good idea, but most people are newbies coming on board. We want to make it easy as possible for them so they can start making money in whatever program. If it's Empower, Wake Up Now, ARP, by Salas, whatever you're promoting. We want you to start making money and growing your business.
Awesome.
Right on. Hey, Brent, I'm back. Can you guys hear me okay?
Yes.
Awesome. Yeah, I'm having some technical difficulties on my end. Sorry about that. I don't know if you covered this while I was away, and I'm not going to repeat because I don't want to beat a dead horse, but one of the questions that I've heard on the calls, and I want you to shed some light on this, Brendan, are we going to run out? Are we going to flood the market with traffic? Are we going to be able to supply enough traffic as we grow to 5,000 affiliates, 10,000 affiliates, 20,000, and so on? Can you talk about that for a second?
Yeah. Saturation does exist in certain markets, but to the point where what saturation happens a lot is where you can't fulfill enough traffic in a certain time frame, or there's not new data infused in the marketplace. Like again, when you're going buying raw media, as I call it, yeah, as everything has a saturation point, but for ARP and other programs, network marketing arena, no, you're not going to saturate it if you're buying certain incorrect data, certain advertising agencies. Yeah, if you buy a solo ad from a solo ad broker 5 times a month, yeah, you're going to start to hit a saturation point. But when you're sending, 5 million unique hits to a website, unique hits, we're not talking raw clicks, unique traffic. Some of these companies, give you guys an example. I don't know if you get, for example, like Huffington Post, for example. That's a website, a news site that people know about. Most people don't know the Huffington Post alone adds almost 750,000 subscribers to their survival niche. So that's every month. Now, if you're running a survival product, you're going to go buy media. You're going to go up to them and say, listen, I want all your traffic, all your new subscribers on a monthly basis. At 750,000, subscribers for an organization, you're not going to really, you're not going to saturate at 750,000 every month. It's not one time. There's networks that add to their databases over a million subscribers a month. So saturation, not for something like this. It's not like there's a certain limit. No, I mean, we have over 40 agencies that we have exclusive contracts where we can buy, get certain pricing, which helps out the affiliates and the organization. So to answer your question, there's not going to be a saturation point. I mean, if we had 1 billion members, yeah, there's going to be saturation of 500 million affiliates, of course, but saturation won't happen till, it's not close to happening. There's not enough people. And right now, this offer, who's ran major traffic to this offer? It's new. So as soon as it gets out there, you guys are having the first chance, to mass promote this product. And I'll give you an example, and this is not to, rant on another company. Like Empower Network's a great, good company. A lot of affiliates in it. Most people struggle because they don't know where to buy traffic because every solo ad provider's been, sucked dry from Empower. It's a good offer now. Why are certain leaders, making more money? All right, social brand, I get that. Certain guys are buying media at places that people really don't understand. I mean, I know an affiliate right now on Empower Network killing it with Empower by buying display media on sites that you would not even think, to run traffic on. And this guy has a background in media buying, and he's able to scale his business because of the insights. You could still run Empower successfully right now if you know where to buy media. So when people even say Empower saturated, okay, to the average affiliate, but to the average, if you're talking to a pure marketer or media buyer, they can promote it still and still grow it. And that's Empower Network, and I hear that's saturated, and I say yes to an average affiliate, but someone who knows where to buy media, no, it's not saturated yet.
Good point.
Awesome. So I don't know, is Jared still struggling with talking, or is he taking it back for Brendan to talk? Looks like he's moving his lips. I don't think. Yeah, I think he's done. I don't know. So, Brendan, is there anything else that, I mean, we're so excited to have you on, and you brought up so many awesome points about traffic that we haven't even touched, since we've been doing these hangouts. Is there anything else that you can share with us?
There's nothing, it's crazy. People ask, where do you buy it? I mean, okay, it's not like you're buying from one spot. It's these relationships have taken a while to build, too. I mean, luckily we're lucky enough to know some of these, advertising agency owners, guys that own these networks, which, we're fortunate to have that, too. We're not going to deny that. And we've bought a lot of media in the past, so we have a reputation with these firms. But other than that, it's just buying power. Again, I tell people, most people coming into a business can't buy media at a massive scale because they don't have the ad dollars. If you told a newbie when they start a business, you need to spend 10 grand to really start running serious traffic, they can't do that. Some can, but most people are say, you're crazy. I'm not going to spend $10,000 on traffic. It's just, a lot of testing. We've done in other niches for other info marketers. Not to go into detail what ones, but yeah, I mean, that's really what it comes down to. And having a system or funnel, which Don has put in place as our vehicle, it's a good system. It's drive traffic to it, sales are going to be, are going to happen. So it's kind of like a perfect storming brewing. I mean, we'll run the traffic. We have the system. I mean, right now, just look at what's happening right now. Most people are doing really well with it because I think the system's that good. It's closing at 24% on the back end. You show me a company with a 24% close rate on the back end, and it doesn't happen. I don't care if you're selling, MLM, health offers. No. I mean, you take 1%. I mean, there's another guy who does a system in a different niche, and for his mass affiliates, they close at 4.5%, and they're selling a $67 trial. We're selling a $249, which is pretty impressive. It's not like $25. We're selling an actual product for over a couple $100, so it's definitely impressive.
Not to mention the industry standard from presentation to sale in this industry and in many industries actually. If you're closing anywhere from 3 to 5%, you're a hero. You're an absolute hero. Most conversions in this industry are about 1.5 to 3.5%, and that's considered great. So the fact that this system is already converting all by itself, 18% from opt-in to app and then sale, 24%. That's already off the charts good. And then you throw in, I mean, the bottom line with us guys, why we're here and why we decided to go exclusive with Don. Don builds systems like nobody else can, and we get traffic that nobody else can. And put that together, it's a deadly combination. We're going to make serious wins, not just for ARP, for everybody. Everybody that comes in through the ARP platform, you'll be able to market anything. You guys need to be clear. This is not to take away from your primary. This is going to add to it. And think about building a list of cell phones. You're going to be able to monetize from every angle. If you're bringing people in through your ARP funnel, the ones that didn't opt in, hey, check this out. Check out Empower Network. Check out Wake Up Now. Check out Explosion. And vice versa. The people that you're bringing in through your Empowered funnel or your other funnel, check this out. You're never going to waste a lead again. This is so powerful. But the bottom line is the quality and the exclusivity that Brendan and I bring to the table is second to none. And, we can put that up. We'll put our money where our mouth is. So, that's that.
All right, well, awesome, guys. I know you guys said that you had somewhere you had to run to. I don't know. I don't want to cut you off by any means. If you guys have, more to tell us, please do. Just you let me know when you're done.
We'll hang out. I mean, that's pretty much it in a nutshell. Sorry, I apologize for my technical stuff on my side. We can hang out for a few more minutes for questions.
Yeah,
Okay,
I mean that's
yeah,
fine.
Okay,
That,
if anybody watching right now has any questions for Brendan or for Jared, just over what they've presented and shared with everyone, this would be the time to do that, so they can go ahead and answer those for you. So I don't know, Jared, do you want to scan the comment section?
I've been going back and forth looking at the comments. I haven't
I'm
really
just
seen
curious
one
to
in a
hear
little
from
while.
the affiliates. What's the biggest challenge most people have when running traffic to their site? That'd be, I mean, does anyone have questions on that? Why if traffic's so easy to do, why don't more people duplicate it? I mean, where do people struggle? I mean, is it ad creation? Is it follow up? Is it systematic? Is it how to test media properly? How to scale? I mean, any questions like that? That's fine. I mean, you guys have the system. I mean, the system's awesome. If you guys want us to elaborate on traffic, on basic questions, that's fine as well. So whatever the people watching want to hear, that's fine.
I think most people have a problem with following up.
Big part, yeah.
Yeah, well, I mean that's what I get a lot of feedback from my people. They have a problem with follow-ups, and that's what the system is teaching us now is how to follow up with all of your leads.
Yeah.
So I mean it's a win-win situation either way you look at it. No, we don't have an autoresponder in there. We're actually live people behind these texts that are coming to the phones and just starting a conversation with people,
Yeah, very laid back, and it's personal. I mean, people
It's
overthink.
personal.
If I send you a text, I'm going to keep it laid back. You're going to get to know me better, and the relationship's stronger. It's very simple. It's psychology, but
Exactly.
you
Yep.
don't want to, overcomplicate it. Keep it simple.
Guys, I have a quick question. What is the price point? I know I have paid like thousands and thousands of dollars in traffic and not gotten results, and they say, it all depends. Not every traffic thing works. So what's the price point people are looking at when they come into our ARP for traffic?
The price point is typically to work with our firm, it's 10 grand. Minimum of 10 grand just to have a conversation with us. But the deal we've made and structured through ARP is because we're going to basically be co-opting this, and I'll get into how that's going to actually work out too. But $100 per share. $100 gets you 20 to 20, anywhere from 20 to 25 verified opt-ins, cell phone opt-ins, not clicks, not verified opt-ins. And you can buy one share, or you can buy 10,000 shares. It's totally up to you what level you want to play at. But yeah, it really is a big deal.
Yeah, it's
crazy.
huge. That's a huge
crazy.
deal, huh?
That's a good question, Kim. And I was just gonna go to Yuri and see if he wanted to comment on it as well. I don't know if you can still hear me or not. Are you there, Yuri?
Yuri, unmute yourself.
Yeah.
I can hear you.
Because Yuri, we were all kind of excited that you just joined the team. Like just before we heard that these guys wanted to come on and talk to us, and I know personally that you have spent a ton of money. I know that Brendan mentioned a lot of people won't spend that kind of money. Some people, they don't have it. But you were actually one of the people, that had access to some money for marketing, and you put a lot of money into marketing. So if you wanted to maybe talk about that a little bit.
Yeah, well, first I want to introduce myself. I'm Yuri, for those of you that I've invited personally. How you doing there? What I want to say is I'm not ditching BIM or EIN. I found this, and I really didn't think much of it when I first saw it, but when I actually paid the app fee and I watched the presentation video, I was actually driving in my car and looking at the video from my phone. I was literally screaming from excitement. That's how excited I got when I watched the presentation and the complaint video. I'm like, oh my goodness, this is friggin' sick. Remember, Candace sent you that text? Yeah, I mean, when I saw this, and I'm a numbers guy, I realized what it can do for BIM. And my biggest frustration in internet marketing industry is that people, in order to succeed, they need to brand themselves, they need to become a leader of some sort, they need to prove themselves for other people to want to join them. And over here, You don't have to do that. And that was the biggest thing that, made me want to join ARP. So anyway, back to my marketing experience. So I spent like, I don't know, well under $10,000, but close, for marketing in the last 4 weeks. You know how many sales I got? I was marketing the Blog Beast. You know how many sales I got? 5. And the best thing of it all is now when I'm trying to communicate with my list and send them emails, my open rate is 2 to 5%, and I'm like, I just paid $50 for every email they get, for every person that opens my email. $50 for every person that opens my email, and they don't even join. And I'm like, okay, who do I have for traffic? And I didn't pay 20 cents per click. I actually bought some high ticket traffic, like 95 cents a click, 75 cents a click, solo ads and media buys and stuff. So I'm like, well, what can a little guy do in this industry when they join? So when I saw ARP and the way it works, I'm totally in, excited out of my mind.
All right, that's cool. And I wanted you to come on and really share that, because I know there are so many people, whether they're an EN, Big Idea, any company out there, they're trying to market against other marketers. Those are the things that they're facing. And I knew Yuri had spent more money than even I had spent on marketing. And I've been around a little bit longer than Yuri, I believe. And so it really hit me. It's like Yuri said, what is it for the little guys to come in, and what do they do if they don't have $10,000? It's even it's even harder. It's more of a struggle. So thanks for sharing that, Yuri. I think a lot of people will resonate with that and understand the value and see that you're excited, and it's something they should at least go past that application and give themselves and their business the chance to experience that too. I don't know, where do we want to go from here? Kim or Eric? Eric, did you have something else you wanted to follow up about traffic?
I didn't have anything about traffic. I was just going to talk about the funnels a little bit later.
Okay. Okay. So, do we have any questions on the board about traffic that we can, continue on the path that we're on?
Let me go look.
Or Eric?
I actually have a question.
Go for it.
Yeah. So if I go and buy $5,000 worth of traffic. Let's say if I buy $1,000 worth of traffic, according to your guys' matrix, if I don't actually, or like for a new guy, for example, does he have to communicate with the opt-ins? Like, is it necessary? Because I have a lot of people that are freaked out at even writing an email to their list of 10 people, So when somebody opts in.
So the question is, do you have to communicate if you don't want to? You don't have to, right?
Yeah. What are the metrics if you don't want to communicate with the list?
All right.
First, at least.
So right now, as the system stands, it's converting it on the back end 24%, which is hands down oceans beyond what anything else is out there. So the answer is no. If you don't want to, you don't have to communicate with your leads. Obviously, you can increase your conversion, and I understand there's a fear there, right? There's a big fear for a lot of people having to communicate with leads and prospects, especially getting on the phone and prospecting. That's eliminated. That's the beauty of the SMS platform. People text all day long. I guarantee anybody that's afraid to talk to a prospect will get on Facebook and chat and send them a game or whatever. They don't have a problem doing that. So it's a comfortable, natural situation for people in this day and age. And obviously, the more you do that, it will increase your conversion even higher than 24%. Also, there's going to be a SMS sales force where you can actually have sales guys within the ARP platform text your leads for you, and you're going to pay them whatever. I forget the percentage off the top of my head. You guys know that. But that's another service that's available. I mean, guys, there's more layers to this thing than an onion. You're not going to be able to mentally grasp everything that this has to offer. But just get this. Everything that it has to offer will make you money. This is 100% automated, and it's duplicatable. That's the biggest thing. I'm I'm a fan of this niche, of this industry, and this niche. I've been in it for 6 years myself. Had my ups, had my downs, but this Don knows what he's doing. He knows how to build a automated system, and this is not BizOps, not a BizOps. This is a tool that's going to create automation and duplication that, quite frankly, your other companies can't offer you. This is going to increase sales. It's going to give you an additional awesome income stream. It's going to increase sales in your other business. So, but sorry, that was a long-winded answer to your question, and I kind of went another direction. But I get excited about this because it's that powerful.
So if I go and invest $1,000 into ad packs, what can I count on the front end?
Say that last part. What can you count on? What?
What can I count on the front end? Like I put $1,000 into advertising in ARP. How many sales am I looking at?
Well, it's, whatever the metrics work out right now, it's 18% from opt-in to paid app, and then from paid app to close, it's 24%. So worst case scenario, what is that? One sale per share, somewhere in that neighborhood.
Yeah, you're looking at 1 to 4. Yeah, 1 to 4 sales per ad pack right now is the way the.
Okay, so you don't lose in any way, right?
Well,
you're gonna get your money back.
I don't want to make. There's no guarantees with anything, right? And we've been in this business long enough. We don't make guarantees, but our results do speak for themselves. But let's look at it at an ultimate worst case scenario. Let's say you only made 1 sale for every 2 shares. That's still better than any other traffic that you're buying, and you're building a list of SMS leads, and you're creating a residual. And now that for every 2 shares, let's say you bought 2 shares and made 1 sale, that person's going to come in and he's going to do what you did. He's going to do what attracted him to the business, which was traffic. So he's going to buy traffic. Now you've got yourself and that person's results working for you, and that's just going to continue to build on each other over and over and over. So it's yeah, it's going to be.
We have a question. What is the expected time of arrival on this traffic?
2017. Kidding. Don gave an update today, I think, or yesterday, that he's got full control. So there's some testing to be done. I honestly can't give a date without Don giving me a green light to do that. So it's going to be. Yeah, we're right here, guys. We're right there.
Yeah, we turn it on once he tells us to. I mean, once Don says we're ready to go, we'll turn it on and the traffic start coming in. So once he gives us the green light, the race is on.
Yep. And to get this traffic, you got to plug in ARP, and unless you want to spend $10,000 to actually get to talk to these guys right here,
I mean, we've had people approach us, say, "Oh, can you run our offer on this side?" And the agreement we made with Don is no. I mean, if you want the traffic, come, get on the platform. You want to get your offer funnel built, that's fine. I mean, to keep it fair to everyone else, we're not running backdoor deals on the side because that takes away, and that happens all the time in this industry. I don't care what any guru says. There's a lot of backdoor deals that happens. I think most people realize that where, run my offer. Jared and I, we said, if we're going to do it, let's do it the right way. Let's be exclusive to Don and Don's system and his team and his members. And if some guy, says, "Hey, here's 30 grand, run my offer," no, come on the platform, we'll run it then. I mean, we're not going to jeopardize a whole affiliate base for one guy. And that's what happens a lot in this industry is, there's a few leaders in the company and they get special privileges for traffic and stuff. So let's let everyone have a chance to participate in what the guru gets. And by doing that, it's an even playing field. I mean, I think Jared today, look at Jared, for example. He sponsored one of the biggest guys in our industry today. I don't know if he wants to elaborate on that or he got him in his funnel. There's a lot of big players in this industry. And coming on to ARP, I mean, we don't have to go into names, but there's a lot of people, 6- and 7-figure earners on here that most people don't, aren't aware of yet. Maybe it's unannounced, but I think there's, 700 affiliates, and I would say a lot of them, out of the 700 people, a lot of them have earned 6 and 7 figures. Not all, but there's a lot of people and they've made a lot of money in the past, so they obviously see the vision.
Amen.
Awesome. Well, if anybody else has any questions, you might as well hit them up now because these guys aren't going to be on here for too much longer. Jared, are you checking the messages on the? I think Tim V has a question. He says, so to recap, these ad agencies that you have a relationship with do the heavy lifting to attain the qualified leads, and then the ARP family purchases them in bulk. An example, 10K to 50K per month to gain exclusive access to these ad agencies. And these are trusted sources that you and Don have proven, tested recently, past 5-6 months, question mark. Can you answer that?
Yeah. First, on most networks, when you start spending 50 to 100, depending on the size of the network, after month 1 or 2, a lot of people don't do this because they're not aware you can offer exclusivity or non-compete. It's an actual contract you will sign. So if I'm promoting offer A, for example, and I'm spending 75 every month, I can approach that firm and say, listen, I want to issue a non-compete. I want my product, the only product ran through your network, so no one else can run the same offer. So you're now kind of creating a monopoly. We've been using these, traffic sources and agencies over the past 3 years in multi-niches. They're they're not your typical solo ad provider where we're sending traffic from Malaysia or Cambodia. This is top-tier traffic. You guys are familiar with that. English-speaking traffic. We're not hijacking. It's not CPV or AdFly, all that crap you see a lot of guys do. I mean, a lot of solo providers, they get AdFly, they redirect it, and then they fill the client. I mean, it's not that. These are unique, subscribers that are asking to go on a list to receive more information about whatever topic. If it's weight loss, making money online, franchising, so you have a pretty qualified prospect. If I go on a list saying, I want to learn how to make more money in internet marketing, that's a perfect person you want to show this offer because they already said yes. They're on that agency's list, and these agencies do not, they don't kill their list. They don't mail out 5 times a day. It's all structured. From there, we buy the media from them. We do a mail drop to that database, and that's how we're able to tap into those type of prospects. So they're targeted prospects for that appropriate niche. It's not like we're mailing an MLM offer to, a 75-year-old lady in Alabama who wants to learn how to do baking, for example. It's accordingly to what niche it's offering.
Exactly.
Yeah, man. Yeah,
Awesome
exactly.
answer.
And that you hit on a key point that I'm not sure because I've been muted out a couple of times that we hit on is that it's all primarily U.S. traffic, all English-speaking traffic. U.S., Canada, UK, New Zealand, Australia. Like Brendan said, we're not going into countries that we just know aren't going to convert or don't even speak English. So, and the other thing is, we're a full-fledged ad agency. Right now, we've got what do we have, like a 40 or so firms that we're exclusive with. These are firms, guys, that nobody unless you're in our business, wouldn't even know they exist. And then you have to have the connection to even be able to work with these. So it is super, super exclusive. But on top of that, we're going to be introducing other things as we move down the road. Our co-ops that we're organizing, they're never going to be less than 100,000. We're going to be hitting 200,000, 300,000, 400,000 per buy. We have huge buying power. And actually, I want to talk about frequency as well. So remind me to do that in a second. But we're going to be introducing radio. We're going to be introducing. I mean, it's not just working with media firms. We've got lots of tricks up our sleeves, and we've got some of the best PPC managers in the world. We'll put our guys up against anybody. We'll do the Pepsi challenge with anybody, for sure. So we're going to be introducing lots of different things to generate traffic as this thing is growing, because this thing's going to be at 20,000 affiliates fast, real fast.
In no time.
Yeah, it's gonna.
I'm talking probably on the first run.
Well, maybe not on the first.
Probably on the first run.
But it's gonna be fast. It's gonna be in the first quarter of next year for sure. And
okay.
So, I mean, look, it could be on the first run, but I'm just. It's gonna happen fast. So we're gonna.
It just depends on how many people see the strength and what this platform is really going to offer them.
Yeah. So
and it's going to be. I'm sorry.
Yeah, just to give you guys an idea of how frequent the co-ops are going to be running. Right now, when we get the green light to go live, we're going to do our first co-op. Probably we're going to start off bi-weekly. The amount of traffic that we have going out for this first one is probably going to like Brendan, you think 8 to 12 days, somewhere in that neighborhood to run. Am I muted again?
No, I can hear you.
Oh, you can hear me?
You're good.
Mm-hmm.
All right, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's going to take somewhere, let's say 8 to 12 days to deliver that traffic. Then, boom, we open it up again. Probably a day or two before that even. So we'll be running bi-weekly for maybe the first, second, third co-op. And then we're going to have such high volume and such huge buying power that the traffic's just going to be on pretty much 24/7. So you guys are bringing in new affiliates, new clients in your business. They're going to come in and within 24 hours, 48 max, they're going to have traffic on the site. That's pretty powerful.
That's going to be great. That's going to be awesome.
So I know you guys have a lot more to talk about and a lot more stuff that you want to cover, so we don't want to...
And we got about 15 minutes. Yeah, we got about 15
so
minutes.
We'll let you guys do that. Thank you so much, guys, for letting us come hang out with you, and hopefully we're able to help you.
Yeah.
Thank you guys.
Thank you guys.
I appreciate
Thanks
it for y'all coming on.
Come back
yeah.
anytime.
We'll do it again sometime. We had a blast.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Awesome.
Mhm. Thank you.
Another
Alright.
sleepless night. All excited again.
It was nice meeting you guys.
Yes,
Nice to
very
meet you.
nice. Thanks, guys.
And Jared, I will give you a call back. I'll return that call. I'm sorry.
No
Thanks,
worries.
guys.
All right,
All right.
you guys have a good one, and I'll hear you guys on the call.
All right, take care, guys.
Ciao.
Take it easy.
Bye. Did anybody want to touch up first, or you want me to talk about what I wanted to touch up with, and then maybe Yuri or Jared or Kim or Candace go on?
We only got about 15 minutes before the call tonight, so...
Well, I can boil mine down into about 2 minutes right now for everybody that's watching. For people that join ARP right now, you're going to be able to lease funnels out for businesses that you're in, that, let's say, the people aren't in ARP. You'll be able to lease the funnels out to them at a price tag that you put on it, because you'll be able to create it. So that's also a big plus on what ARP has to offer as a reseller, business owner, however you want to call it. So make a decision. Jared, I know you had some you wanted to recap on, and
Yeah, I just kind of wanted to go over basically why our funnel will work so much better for your business than anything else will. And you know, the numbers right now already say it. You know, they're 10 times higher than any other company out there right now on the back end at 24%. And the reason that is if you understand sales psychology. You know, I did sales for 4 to 5 years, so I kind of understand this stuff. I sold cars, you know, electronics, a bunch of different things, so I understand the process. When you understand that process, it will definitely help you see why this is so much powerful compared to a regular funnel that you would use to, say, capture email. And basically, I just want to take you through, like, a normal sales funnel that most people are promoting. Nowadays, you enter an email address into a website with a fancy headline or a video or whatever, and then you're immediately redirected, usually to the sales presentation of the video. Okay, I'm gonna tell you why that's bad. And here's pretty much, if you look at it from a way of being a car salesman. Okay, when somebody comes onto your lot, you walk up to them, you introduce yourself, and you qualify that person on a lot. You wouldn't just say, "Hey, you're looking, you know, what are you here to look for?" "Oh, I want a car," you know, and you take them over to a truck. That would be like entering your email and going to a sales presentation immediately. You're taking somebody that's looking for a car and you didn't ask them what they wanted, so now you're taking them over here to a truck, and that's nothing what they wanted. They're going to immediately X out of your website. Okay, immediately. You might have a whole bunch of people coming in doing it, but if you're not pre-qualifying them before, you're never going to make that sale. When you're talking about, you know, the industry average is 1 to 2%, 3% sometimes high. There's some a little bit higher than that, but most of them around 1 to 3%. Okay, so if you understand the pre-qualifying, which that's what our funnel does. The app is there, the cell phone is there. All those are pre-qualifiers. Okay, and you're not going to want to, you know, you're going to be able to use that to be able to monetize your list. Like, let's say somebody comes in and they fill out an application, you can tell, you know, that, okay, they've only made $30,000, $40,000 in a year, but they're wanting to make, you know, $10,000 a month. chances are they're not going to have the money to jump in something that's, $5,000, like Empower Network or something like that. So you would send them something lower ticket, but you don't know that unless you qualify them. Okay, so there's several different steps to the sales process that you have to do. Is meet and greet, and then you have qualifying the sale, building rapport, and then asking for the sale. And you pretty much get that whole step process inside the auto recruiting platform. When you opt in, you're asking for their cell phone, getting their contact information. Just like if they were to come in and buy a car, then you have to check their credit. They have to fill out a little thing and check your credit, and they run a little background on you when you go buy a car. Think of it that way. Okay, that's what you're getting your app for. We're going to run a little bit of background on you. We're going to see what you're about. We're going to see where you need help at, where we can help you at. Okay, and then from there, they're sent through an approval process, just like you would when you're trying to buy a car. You have to get approved by a lender in order to get your loan for your car. So think of it that way. Okay, once you get approved, then you're going to come back, and that's when the sales really turns on. As far as if you're in a car salesman situation, as soon as they know, okay, this guy's got A+ credit, here we go, he's about to buy this this BMW. Okay, if you know that, you can send him to the right offer. If you don't know that, you're going to send him to somebody that can afford a $10,000 product, or a BMW, and you're going to send them over here to a Hyundai. You're going to send them over here to Empower Network. They're going to look at that and laugh. Okay, so understanding the sales psychology of why this is going to work, you're going to be able. It's like walking up to, taking somebody that's brand new and never sold cars before, okay, and having them try to sell you a car. They're going to walk up to you. They're not going to qualify to you. They're just going to go over here and bring you to a car, even though you wanted a truck. Whereas our recruiting platform is basically going to be your experienced salesperson. Is to come in. He's going to pre-qualify your lead for you, tell you exactly what you need to sell him on, and then he's going to buy. That's what ARP is going to do for your business. On top of the fact that it's got an amazing comp plan, that's just an extra side feature. I mean, the fact that you're going to have a funnel that pre-qualifies, and I really don't know how to break it down any better for you. That as far as a sales analogy goes on the process of it, building the rapport. A lot of times, especially in real-time sales, that's probably one of the biggest things you need to do, because people always are going to buy from people they know, like, and trust. There's no better way in order to engage with people other than a text message. It's just, it may be Facebook, but text messages, you're right there on their phone. It's with them all the time. I have mine on my side. So you're always in their pocket, and you're able to build that relationship better than anything else out there on the market right now. So the fact that you're going to have this platform to marry to your whatever you're promoting, Wake Up Now or whatever, is basically like walking up there with Jim Rohn trying to sell you something versus some kid off the street that you grabbed at a street corner. Who do you think to be able to sell you better? Yeah. Jim Rohn is. That's like having Jim Rohn in your sales department, compared to what you're doing now, where you're capturing an email and sending them straight to a presentation. You're not pre-qualifying anybody. And that's why our funnel works so much better, because we're pre-qualifying, and we're taking them through the steps necessary in order for them to buy within a 48-hour window. Most time when I first got in this industry, it was 7 touches through an email is when most people would normally buy. That could take a week, 2 weeks, and even then that's kind of high numbers. I never had that much success with it like that. And now these sales this system has been able to produce, or they're coming in within 48 hours with somebody opting in and filling out the application. Because of the process that they're having to go through, it creates basically those 7 touches the email used to do. And when they see the incredible value of this platform, what all you get, and everything just kind of thrown together, especially after hearing this Hangout tonight and hearing the type of traffic that you're going to be able to get to throw at this system, to throw at your own with this system in place to make your sales for you, it is absolutely going to explode your income. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. You're talking about something that's 10 times higher conversions than any other company out there.
And it's going to be targeted traffic to whatever you want to be offered at. If you want to target Empower Network and you want to just straight up send your funnel to these traffic guys just for Empower Network, that's where it's going to go.
Exactly. And that was kind of just it on my end, because I really wanted to kind of break it down. A lot of people may not have the sales experience, may not know the psychology of it, but that is why our funnel is working so much better than everybody else's, because we're doing the things necessary in order to qualify that lead, and other funnels aren't doing it. And,
Well, we got
you know, our
6
numbers
minutes.
show it. Our numbers show it at 24%, 10 times higher than industry average. So if you want that kind of funnel working for you in your business, and you're on this Hangout page right now, you're still watching, there's a little button down below the video that you can click, and it's going to take you to a separate page. And whoever invites you to this Hangout is going to get credit for that opt-in. And I want you to go ahead and opt in. You can watch a little video, but go ahead and opt in, and then put your go ahead and fill out your application. Buy your application for $4.95. Fill it out, and wait and get approved, and we'll let you see the system. But yeah, man, that's pretty much all I got for tonight. I mean, we got 5 minutes left until the call comes, so we can kind of take a few questions and answers if you want to at the end, kind of wrap it up.
I'm done. So anybody else got anything to go for it. I'm muting myself.
Kimmy, what do you have to say?
I was going to say, like, with this application as well, you get to choose who you want to work with. And you get to read their whole application like they're applying for a job. It's like a resume. You see how much money they want to put into advertising. You see what experience they have in marketing and really what they want to do, what their passions are, what their goals and dreams. So you can really, really connect with the person that's filling out the application. And if you think that, they're not going to suit your team, you can deny that app, which is pretty much unheard of in the industry because you're always trying to get as many leads and people on your team as you want. But I find with this team, we're building a group of very, it's impressive team. It's amazing, and I love it. I haven't seen
something
also, like it.
This is not MLM. This is a split commission-based business. So it's not like you have to worry about 4 or 5 levels down. Whoever you bring in, whoever you approve your application for is going to be your business partner.
Correct.
You're going to split commissions with that person. So pick and choose wisely. I mean, you don't want to just approve somebody to come in for this that hasn't done marketing. I mean, they could come in and never have done marketing before and learn as well, because this platform will literally help you sustain a very nice amount of money residual every month. And then you can take that money and get into another business opportunity that you can promote through this platform as well. So keep that in mind a little bit too, and click that button below and just get started. I'm telling you, it does not take much to get into this. I mean, it's very quick.
I wanted to brush into what Eric just said too. You guys, all these guys talked about the traffic that you're going to have access to that no one else has access to, okay? Jared touched on the point of how well the funnels work because of the way that strategically they're put together, as, pre-qualifying, and then, all this stuff. All of this stuff is working for you and your business, but at the same time, because of the amazing comp plan that's attached to it, you are then building, while you're building your ARP team, which is not hard to do because there's a ton of business people out there that need this for their business, okay? But that monthly residual is building for you. That is just marketing money. So you're going from, I'm sure a lot of people out there do not have marketing money. This is allowing your team to create marketing money. They can take that money that they're making from ARP on a monthly basis, and they now have money to purchase traffic, the great traffic that this company is providing for everyone. So it's really a win-win, and I just can't stress enough to any of you out there. If you're in Wake Up Now and you're not getting sales every day, if you're in Empower Network and you're not getting sales every day, if you need traffic, if you need to start making money, because hype does not pay the bill, people. I say this all the time, okay? Hype doesn't pay the bill. Money pays the bill. If you're not making those sales like you're hearing everybody else is, or you want to be like that great leader, okay, you need to do something. You need to take something and plug it into your business that's going to help you create the income that you need to market, and you need to have access to the tools that's going to set you apart from all the other marketers out there.
Because it takes money to make money, and believe me, once you start making that money and you start seeing tenfold, oh wow, you get really excited.
Yeah. And this team is making money. You guys, duplication is really where it's at.
Everybody on this panel right now, all of us combined are over about $12,000 a month if you combine all of us together.
I know people personally that have brought in 300, 400, 500 people in EN, okay, in Empower Network. It's an amazing company. I love it. But they're not making any money because all the people they're bringing in cannot duplicate what they're doing. So if you have no duplication, you're just working, and you're going to keep working and working, and it's just like beating your head up against a wall. Okay, so you got to find something that other people that you bring in can duplicate, and everybody on this team is duplicating.
Yes.
Hey, Yuri,
And it's
did you have
also
anything that you
great-
wanted to say?
Sorry.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, like
I know our ARP call starts right now, so we're going over our time. But y'all got to get something out, get it out now. So.
Yeah, I just want to say real quick.
Client.
There's leaders in Big Idea Mastermind and Empower Network that are saying stay focused, stay committed, don't jump around. And I want to stress this because this is not jumping around. If you're producing and making sales in Big Idea Mastermind or Empower Network right now, but your people are not duplicating, you're hurting them. That's what happens. You're making money and they're not. And you're making money on somebody else's pain. And that's really, I do have an idea, and I had this idea before I heard of ARP, to separate myself from the crowd and help with duplication for my team. But typically, you gotta be different for the duplication to kick in, and that's what ARP does. ARP simply sets you apart. It's not jumping around. It's not a different company. Yeah. It just sets you apart so you can have the little guys who will never be successful in Empower Network get some success and actually not get hurt but make some money. And
yeah. Awesome. I like that. Kimmy, do you have anything to wrap? That's really, really important because I've noticed that too, Yuri. There's a lot of people saying stay away from it, but that's not the case. Go ahead, Kim.
And I was going to say, for those of you who are in multiple streams of income and you feel like you're trying to juggle all the balls in the air all at the same time, for me, it has totally simplified my life because now I can plug everything into ARP and they run everything through it. I don't want to give away all of the secrets that are behind the scenes, but if you do have multiple streams of income, trust me, guys, once you're in the back office and you see what they have to offer you, it's going to really simplify your life, and that's why I love it. That's why I joined, and the traffic, of course.
It's a house for all the shiny balls. Bring them all, guys.
Yeah, bring them all.
All right, Jared, you want to say goodbye?
All right, guys. Yeah, I think that pretty much wraps it up. It's about 9:02, so we're a few minutes late on jumping on the ARP call. So we're going to go ahead and end the call here. If you haven't clicked the link yet, click the link, enter your name and cell phone number, opt in, fill out your application, and we'll hope to see you guys on the inside. Everybody have a good night.
See you on the inside. Ciao, guys.
See ya.